Laurie, how big a win was that today?
It was a great win, but great performance, and the way the players played under the pressure that we are at the moment to get results, it was just great to be a part of, and we roll on to next week.
It was a performance that deserved the win today.
Yep, we scored 2 good goals. We started both halves well, and there were good performances all over the park.
Ian scoring just before half time kind of sets you up going into the second half as well.
Yeah, it was a good time to score. We'd done a lot of work during the week, and the players had trained well during the week. And the best thing for us, aside from the goals and the finishes, the best thing for us was to see that application transfer straight onto the pitch. They had energy that they've gone through a really tough run of games. So to have a full week of training and a chance to recover before then working hard leading up to the game, was great, and we could see that in the park. And in the last 6 games, we've had decent form. And we've been playing well, so the players now, have just been reminded of the team that we can be, and we've got a big challenge next week going up to Dingwall.
Should say the performances haven't been bad. They've just
all
been losing that by the odd goal and things, but today they were playing with confidence. They were just, they were outstanding today. Do you think that was down to the fact that there was a bit of freshness this week that they didn't have Tuesday?
Well, there's no doubt about it. The size of squad that we've got, it's remarkable that some of those players have been able to turn out game after game over this run, and they're still running at the end of the game. You're tired watching them from the dugout. So they've covered a lot of miles recently. So there's no doubt that we were able to just have a different type of week this week. But make sure we still had a good edge to us coming into the game, and it's been a good day. The supporters were great today. There was a good volume within the ground throughout the 90 minutes, and that really helped as well.
And I'm pretty sure that they'll appreciate the performance and the energy levels that the guys put in, especially in the heat today.
Well, there's not a soul in the ground today that could say that those players weren't up to winning that game today 100% and fully committed. And when you get that connection between the players in the park and the supporters behind, it's a good combination, and we did deserve the win. 2
more cup finals to go now.
Yep. We have, at the start of today, we had 3 big 90 minutes that the players were well aware of, and we've covered 1, and we've come out with maximum points. We now go to the team on Friday night that are, looking like they're going to win the league. So that's not an easy game at all, with the journey involved and everything. So we need to get the players relaxing today, enjoying the win, but then tuning straight up towards Friday night.
Queens have got a decent record against Ross County though, so they can go there not fearing anything.
Well, I don't think you saw any fear in them today on the park, and that's a feather in their cap, because there is a bit of weight behind every performance at the moment, and players are anxious because there are futures at stake as well. So a lot of these things can start affecting boys, but I think today there was no apprehension, no fear. We went after the 3 points from the first minute, and we got them.
I think that's something that can be said about that squad. There is a lot of uncertainty around the place about their futures and what's happening and all the rest of it, but they still give 100% every week.
Well, uncertainty is something that is part and parcel of football. We're always uncertain about our futures and where it might lead, and players have got to deal with that. But it's our job as coaches to remove a bit of that uncertainty from them, a bit of that pressure, take it away from them, and let them play football so that they're not as hindered on the park. And it's a great group to work with. Good boys, good professionals, really hard working, and that's the reason we got a result today, because of all those attributes.
You mentioned the fans there as well. During the week, the manager had asked the fans to come out and be together and get us over this line, and they did that today.
Yeah, well, we were confident that the supporters would turn out today and be right behind the boys, because the supporters that have been watching the last run of games, they would appreciate the hard work that's gone in, and there have been a couple of results that haven't gone our way, and a couple of situations we might have taken more out of. But over the piece, we've played well, we've created chances, we've got a really hard working group, so everyone that's been at those games would have relayed that back to the supporters, and so we were confident they'd turn out today, and they were a great help to us.
Result moves you up a place in the table as well?
Yeah, well, 3 points is the most important thing for us, because that's what we set out for. In the league table, will chop and change. There's another 2 games to go, so there's going to be little different permutations that people will talk about. But we've now got a real focus after these 3 points that we go up Friday night, and a win would really help us.
Couple of injuries today as well, Scott Mercer and Barry. How are they?
Not sure yet. We'll let them settle down and let Gavin work with them. Gavin's doing a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure everyone's, he's doing a lot of nursing to keep everyone ticking over and make sure their injuries don't stop them from playing. So a lot of credit to him for the work he's doing, and he'll work with those two to get them as close to being ready as possible.
The game is Friday night next week on television. It's not ideal for the club to have to go up that distance on a Friday night, but you just have to put that to one side.
Well, these are things you can't control, so we're not going to worry about them. We've got a game to play, it'll be 90 minutes, it'll be at their stadium, that doesn't change, so we go and do it whenever they tell us to, then we go and give it our all.
TV, does that add anything to it, or?
Not for me, so we just need to make sure the players don't feel like that either, and it makes it more special if you get a result.